FM 24/7 radio network, ClearPoint Financial Solutions presents the Small Business Administration Award-winning School for Startups Radio, where we talk all things small business and entrepreneurship. Now, here's your host, the guy that believes that anyone can be an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurship is not about creativity, risk, or passion, Jim Beach.
Hello, welcome to another exciting edition of School for Startups Radio, where we believe anyone, yes, anyone, even you, can be a successful entrepreneur. Thank you so much for being with us today. I hope you had a fantastic weekend, got refreshed, got recharged. Go out there and fight the fight as an entrepreneur. I was home alone with the 4-year-old and the 5-month-old. My wife went to Vegas for business, I must add. She's at a convention. But boy, being in charge of a 5-month-old who does not like formula is quite the weekend. I am excited to be back at it today. And I am very excited today. I am working at the Atlanta Food Expo all day as a judge. I am judging tortilla combination lunches. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait for that. On the show today, I have Chris Thompson. He is the CEO of True Brain. It is not a nutritional supplement, but it makes you more alert, makes you smarter. And so I am going to try it live on air and see if it actually works. Hopefully I'll be a genius by the end of the show. And then Lisa Caprelli is with us. She is the author of Color Your Message. She is a branding and marketing guru, and I think you're going to find her message colorful and extremely useful to help grow your business. Thank you so much for being with us today. We'll be back in just a quick second to see if I can get any smarter or not with Chris Thompson, True Brain. And welcome back to School for Startups Radio. Again, thank you so much for being with us today. I am very excited to introduce you to my first guest. His name is Chris Thompson. He is the founder and CEO of a really cool new company called True Brain, and that's TRU Brain. It is based out of California, and it is a performance beverage company that makes you have better focus and better diet. Chris has a really interesting background. He was an entrepreneur in residence at Centauria, and before that, he was a brand guru for Unilever and also for Hellmann's, building out really cool products that we all use every day, like mayonnaise and stuff like that. Chris, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Great. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
All right, Chris.
One edit in the background there. I wouldn't say that the Hellmann's mayonnaise is necessarily very cool. But,
it's hip.
But I think you followed up correctly that it is everywhere and stuff we use. So regardless, kind of big brand experience.
Well, I'm looking at your LinkedIn page right now, and it's got the pictures of the new packaging for Hellmann's, which is pretty cool. I mean, you used to have to take that. You always had a knife that already had mayonnaise all over it, and you had to hold the mayonnaise handle and get mayonnaise on your hand and then dip it down into the mayonnaise and then put it on your sandwich. And now it has the thing where it just dispenses in a perfect little stream and you don't get any mayonnaise on your hand. So I think that's made huge progress. You've made mayonnaise infinitely more usable for the human race. You deserve a Nobel Prize.
That's true. The packaging is a little bit more convenient, so I think that was a win.
Yes. I'm serious, man. It's a better packaging. I'm a packaging guru, not a guru. I just study packaging, and I think it made a big difference. Anyway, let's get on to True Brain. I have in my right hand the blue caffeine-free, and I have in my left hand the Boost. Both of these are fluids. Am I just supposed to drink this straight up? Do I mix it with something, Chris? Tell me what the hell is True Brain? True Brain.
Sure. So, in terms of the directions on these, so they are 1 ounce drinks. You can drink them straight. That's how most people take them. It's just a quick shot, or you can add them to different blends. A lot of people put them in shakes or, add them to OJ or even coffee. We've heard a lot of things. That's one of the
Liquor?
things when you really, Yeah, no, sometimes that too. Although, it's really more for the work occasion when you're trying to get a lot productive. But yeah, the background on this was, we experienced the problem, and I started this with the neuroscience team of ours, led by Andrew Hill. And what we were trying to do was figure out why people had such a hard time getting ahead. And I don't know if this will resonate with your audience, but I'm sure that people are trying to get a lot done. Everybody has a lot on their plate. And when I was at Unilever, I noticed that we can't just necessarily work more hours anymore as a way to get ahead. Like, that's sort of been taken up. That's no longer an advantage that people have of actually just working longer hours. So it's like, how could you actually get more done to get onto things that you want to get to in life? If you have kids, that means getting home to see them before they go to bed. If you don't have kids and you have other interests and you're married and you want to work out and you want to go see friends and you want to do things, how can you get your work done to be able to do that? And how can you get everything that you want to be able to get done? And the answer was, we felt like the only weapon left was to be more efficient and productive. And that's what was fascinating when I met Andrew and originally, studying this. And you mentioned my EIR experience. I was an entrepreneur in residence, and I had the luxury with another funded group to be able to look at teams and start to figure out what kind of problems that I wanted to solve. Being a consumer products guy, of course, coming from like a boring, perhaps mayonnaise product that we, made a little bit more innovative. It was, how could I apply my talents and interests to something in a consumer space that could help solve this problem? And then when I met Andrew, he was literally the perfect person, along with Dr. Attar as well, and Roya and Garrett on our team. They measure brainwave. And this is, I think, fascinating stuff if you can translate it so that, people who aren't super into neuroscience can understand it. It's really interesting stuff. They measure brainwaves for everybody throughout the week so they can see exactly what is the impact of your productivity and what does it look like in, stressful, pressure-packed situations based on how much sleep you got, your diet, your workouts, and all these things that are in the equation of you performing at your peak as much as possible. Like, you have your normal human biology, you have your genetic code, your brain is what it is. But so, there isn't, everybody always jokes, oh, is this the movie Limitless? At this point, it's not about, elevating your curve beyond what limits it ever had. It's just around, you have better data points of your performance, and how could we figure out how to get them clustered to the right of that curve, and towards your better performing days more often for longer. And what we found was, of course, sleep is the best thing. So, sleep, meditation, workout, diet is a piece to it, and that's where we started with these drinks. It's, a piece if you're not getting great diet, and there are certain things that the brain needs to function for its optimal state that you aren't going to get out of a normal diet. So we put that in a 1 ounce drink that you're now holding in your hand. That's the long, story to get there.
Okay, Chris, I have decided to go with Orange Boost because it's late in the day and I need a boost. And as you alluded to, I'm one of those guys with 4 kids in the house, so I need a boost every day as we prepare for dinner and homework and all that. So what is this going to taste like, and how long after I consume it will I feel like Superman?
Yeah, so it does require a little patience. The route with this, instead of, because everybody always thinks about caffeine in the approach to this problem that I just described, everybody thinks, well, I'm already drinking coffee and I have caffeine-based drinks. I sometimes drink Red Bull or I drink tea. Isn't that solving the problem? It's not solving it at a great level. It's not like we're saying that caffeine's the enemy. It's just, you have 4 kids, you're running a very demanding lifestyle. Out of a 10, 0 to 10, caffeine's going to get you maybe a 5, 5.5. But these other ingredients will help you do a lot more. But you do have to be patient. Caffeine is a blunt sledgehammer to your central nervous system to make you alert and awake. That's it. But what we're doing is, caffeine is good. That alertness is there. But what are the other nutrients and supporting ingredients that we put in called nootropics that will allow you to harness that sledgehammer to your central nervous system to focus longer? So it requires you to take this for, every day for a good 7 days, 2 weeks straight before you feel this. It's a bit more like, if you want to put on 15 pounds of muscle, you got to go to the gym and you have to eat protein within a half an hour. And if you want to be on a juice cleanse, if you want to eat healthier, it's a lot like a lot of other habits. Allergy medication, if you don't walk into CVS really stuffed up, have a Claritin, and instantly you're cured, it has to build up. So a lot of these things, it takes a little patience. And that's one of the things that we struggle with in terms of educating is how do we communicate this? Because people, they want that instant benefit in anything. You do get a little bit of a benefit right away with some people, but there's sort of a range between that, that 5 to 8 or 10-day range when you really start to benefit from the focus part of it.
All right, and what's it going to taste like? Prepare me for a taste.
Taste-wise, so you haven't taken it yet.
No, I'm waiting. We're going to do this dramatically on air.
Okay.
So tell me what I'm going to taste like, and then I'll consume it, and then I'll either throw up on air or become instantly more focused on air. So we're gonna. I'm very tense right now. The anticipation is killing me, Chris.
Right. It's going to taste. The taste is not great. Like one of our goals is not for it to be like a great tasting beverage. It's very much on the functional side. The Boost, I think, has a little sort of a tart. It's brain bitters. We joke about in the office. So it's a little bitter. But then again, it's only an ounce. Where we kind of aimed for, can we be 5-hour energy like taste or better? And some people think we're better. Some people think we're on par. Some people think we're worse. But we kind of did the best that we could. But it's definitely not for taste.
Okay, here we go, audience. I am going to consume it now, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see if I can even remember your name after I drink this, Chris.
Right, exactly.
Well, I don't think it tastes bad. I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
It's got you're right, it's a tiny bit bitter, but it's certainly not making me gag or anything. And oh my gosh, I'm just remembering what happened when I was 2. I just remember, I remember being born, Chris.
Right.
I'm having flashbacks of all of my life, everything that happened to me. Let me finish. I have another half swig here. It's almost like lemonade. Kind of.
Roll up. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now, fantastic. I love it. I can't wait to see if I am more focused and if I can work until midnight tonight without losing my energy and all of that. So I have a package here of 14 or so, right? It's the black box.
Yep.
How much?
15.
Okay, yeah. So this is what I need to consume before I'm going to start really feeling a difference. What time of day should I consume it, Chris? Morning or right as I'm having my afternoon sleepiness?
I think to start, probably both. A lot of of our customers, they really like to have it right away in the morning, even with or without food. Usually, with a little food is good, because if you're gonna have any ammo, and just like with coffee, you don't necessarily want to have it on an empty stomach, just to have some food to absorb that with and be able to use that energy. So, yeah, usually right away, and then, again in the afternoon as an alternative to having to, just struggle through it or grab another coffee. It would be something where, early afternoon and right away in the morning is pretty typical.
All right. And how much does this box of 15 cost?
So 15 we have for 50. We can get a deal for some of your listeners. We have various promos going on, but it's not inexpensive because we're using the best ingredients. But it's we feel like it's a premium solution, yet still more affordable than a Starbucks coffee or Red Bull or anything else. So when we package it up like that in a system, it's very convenient. Arrives every month, so we're kind of proud to be able to get it into a tastable, something that tastes okay, and at down to that price point.